Hey guys, what's up? I'm Eric, and this is Under the Arch Sports. Today we're going to talk about the St. Louis Blues and their start to the 2021 season. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook and on Instagram. So the Blues are 4 games into their season. They are 2-1-1, and that's 5 points in 4 games, and they look pretty good. You take a look at the 4 games, starting off with the 2 games set in Colorado. Opening night against the team that many are picking to win the Stanley Cup, the Vegas favorite to win the Stanley Cup. And you give up a quick goal 5 minutes in, whatever it was. It was about 5 minutes. Not a good way to start. But the Blues got 2 goals within the first period, tacked on 2 more later, looked really good, and got a win 4-1 to kick off the season. That had such a chance to be a statement game, but that was kind of negated by what happened the following game, where the Blues lost 8-0, and it was just one of those games where just everything just kind of falls apart. Every team is going to have one of those. You like to think it's just in the middle of the season where, the team's been playing a lot of games over the last 2 weeks and they're just out of gas. They need a few days off or something. No, this was game 2 of the season. So, of course, it's going to be a little more concerning than it probably should be. The problem in that game was 5 power play goals for Colorado. That's the biggest issue there. But the Blues came back, opened their home schedule against San Jose in a really entertaining game. Got down, came back, took the lead, and then held on, got themselves a win over San Jose, 5-4, and then followed that up with their 4th game of the season, which I thought they just kind of got really outplayed all night long, and Jordan Binnington kind of kept them in it. They got to overtime, got to a shootout, couldn't do anything in the shootout, and eventually Binnington gave up a goal. Took him 4 rounds to give up a goal. I mean, what are you going to do? So the Blues are currently sitting 3rd place in the Western Division. The Western Division. Seems weird to say. Used to say in the Central, but here we are. They're 3rd for right now. They're behind Vegas and Minnesota, who's off to a good start. As far as players, you have to start with Jordan Kyrou. In 4 games, he's got 2 goals, he's got 2 assists, and he looks great. I mean, you saw flashes last season, and you say, all right, is this guy gonna figure it out? So far, the answer might be yes. We'll see how he continues in this season. Justin Falk is another guy. He was the popular whipping boy during last season, particularly up in the bubble when everything just fell apart for the Blues. Well, he's got himself a pair of goals, and he has a plus-minus rating of +4. That is tied with Jaden Schwartz for the team lead. Again, this is 4 games in, but you know what? Someone has to be at the top of that list, and right now, along with Schwartz, it is Justin Falk. So maybe he's taken this year to shut up the haters. Very late signee Mike Hoffman. He missed the first game because of travel visa issues, so he wasn't able to join the club until the 2nd game of the season. And in those 3 games, he's got himself a goal, and we'll see how he continues to gel with the rest of the team. Jordan Binnington, he's got a save percentage of 91.3%. That's in the upper third of the league. Again, you have someone get off to a hot start, then they're going to be at the top. Maybe that'll shake out, but Binnington's looked pretty good. The goals against average is a little higher than you'd like, but that's going to be a little bit inflated when the sample size is so small and includes a game like that second Colorado game. you know, the issue there is Ryan O'Reilly. In 4 games, he's got 1 assist. I would expect more out of the captain. Similarly, Torrey Krug only has 1 assist so far. We came in expecting him to be a little bit of a defensive drop-off from Alex Pietrangelo, but that he'd make up for it offensively. Again, it's not like a broken record. It is just 4 games, but in those 4 games, I think you want to see a little bit more. So, what do you take away from these 4 games? And to me, the biggest takeaway is special teams. Looking at the power play, in 4 games, it is 0 for the season. They were 0 for 2 in the season opener, and then 0 for 4 in the second game, so 0 for 6 against Colorado. In the 2 games against the Sharks, 0 for 3 and 0 for 5. That is 0 goals in 14 power play opportunities. That 0% speaks for itself. The penalty kill. Their last game against San Jose, they killed all 7 penalties. That's outstanding. The issue is that one outstanding game boosted their penalty kill percentage up to 13 out of 21 at 61.9%. For the first 3 games, they killed under 50% of their penalties. That's disastrous. Again, the numbers look better after a 7 for 7 performance in their most recent game, but 61%, 62%, just not good enough. We'll see what happens if the Blues can improve on these numbers. Looking at their next 5 games, they're going to have an opportunity. They're playing the LA Kings, maybe the worst team in the Western Division, but after that, they're going to continue their road trip in Vegas against maybe the best team. As I'm filming this, Vegas is 4-0 and have looked awesome. So, the Blues are going to have 2 against maybe the worst, 2 against probably the best, and then their 5th game will be the first one of a series at Anaheim, who is further down in the standings. So, an opportunity, I guess you'd say. I think if the Blues are going to be a contender to win this loaded Western Division, they're going to have to absolutely take advantage of every opportunity against teams like the Kings, the Ducks. Whenever Arizona comes up on the schedule, even though they're improving, they're still not as good as other teams in the division. So Blues have to take advantage of those games because, again, it's a shortened schedule. By this weekend, after the Kings series, the season's going to be more than 10% over already. So a team cannot afford a 5 or 6 game losing streak, or that pretty much wipes them out of division contention right there. For winning the division, that is. I don't know. I think the Blues have been steady, pretty good, I think is the best way you could say that they've been the first 4 games. I think there's definitely room for improvement. I mentioned if Ryan O'Reilly can get going, Torrey Krug, get those 2 guys going. Everybody else kind of keep doing what they're doing, and I think the Blues will be there. I definitely think they are going to be in a position to make the playoffs. It's going to be a war in a division that has the Blues, Vegas, and Colorado. And they can't let up, and they can't afford a string of bad nights. That's my thoughts for the first 4 games of this season. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you guys next time.